Be ready, start. My dear countrymen, this is the first Man Ki Baat of 2023, and along with it, it is also the 97th episode of the program. It gives me great pleasure to interact with all of you once again. Every year, the month of January is quite eventful. This month, around the 14th of January, the glitter of festivals abound across the country from north to south and from east to west. After this, the country also celebrates her Republic Day. This time also many aspects of the Republic Day celebrations are being praised a lot. Pulkit from Jaisalmer writes to me that it was great to see the workers who built the Kartavya Path during the 26th January parade. Jaya from Kanpur writes that she enjoyed seeing different aspects of Indian culture in the tableaux included in the parade. Women, camel riders, and the women contingent of CRPF who took part in this parade for the first time are also being highly appreciated. My dear friend Vatsalji from Dehradun has written to me that I always wait for the 25th of January because the Padma Awards are announced that day, and in a way the evening of the 25th itself raises my enthusiasm for the 26th January. Many people have also shared their feelings about people's Padma to those who have achieved through their dedication and service at the grassroots level. This time there has been a good representation of the tribal community and people associated with tribal life among the Padma awardees. Tribal life is different from the hustle and bustle of the cities. Its challenges are also different. Despite this, tribal societies are always ready to preserve their traditions. Efforts are also made to preserve and research aspects related to tribal communities. Similarly, many great personalities who have worked on tribal languages have received Padma Awards. It is a matter of pride for all of us. Tribal communities have been an integral part of our land, our heritage. Their contribution in the development of the country and society is very important. Honoring the personalities who worked for them will also inspire the new generation. This year, the echoes of the Padma Awards are being heard even in those areas which used to be Naxal affected. Due to their efforts, those who show the right path to the misguided youth in Naxalite affected areas have been honored with Padma Awards. Friends, there are many people who have enriched the world of music. Among those who have been honored with the Padma Awards this time, who does not like music. Everyone's choice of music may be different, but music is a part of everyone's life. This time, among the Padma awardees are those people who have expertise in spreading the melody of our traditional musical instruments like santoor are just a few of the names that are being discussed all around. Many Padma awardees are those friends among us who always kept the country paramount, dedicated their lives to the principle of nation first. They remained engaged in their work with devotion and never expected any reward for it. The satisfaction on the face of those for whom they are working is the biggest award for them. The pride of our countrymen has risen by honoring such dedicated people. I may not be able to take the names of all the Padma awardees here, but I definitely request you to know in detail about the inspirational life of these Padma awardees and tell others as well. Today, when we are discussing our Republic Day during the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, I will also mention an interesting book here. A very interesting subject has been discussed in this book, which I received a few weeks ago. The name of this book is India, the Mother of Democracy, and it has many excellent essays. India is the largest democracy in the world, and we Indians are also proud of the fact that our country is also the mother of democracy. Democracy is in our veins, it is in our culture. It has been an integral part of our work for centuries. By nature, we are a democratic society. Dr. Ambedkar had compared the Buddhist monks' union to the Indian Parliament. He described it as an institution where there were many rules for motions, resolutions, quorum, voting, and counting of votes. Baba Saheb believed that Lord Buddha must have got inspiration from the political systems of that time. There is a small but famous village in Tamil Nadu. Here, an inscription of 1100 to 1200 years ago surprised the whole world. This rock edict is like a mini constitution. It has been explained in detail how the Gram Sabha should be conducted and what the procedure for selection of its members shall be. Another example of democratic values in the history of our country of the 12th century. Here, free debate and discussion were encouraged. You will be surprised to know that it is even before the Magna Carta. The Republican traditions of the Kakatiya dynasty kings of Warangal were also very famous. The Bhakti movement furthered the culture of democracy in Western India. An article has also been included in the book on the democratic spirit of the Sikh Panth, which throws light on the decisions taken by the consensus of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. The book also has good information on community driven and consensus driven decision making in central India. After reading this book, you will feel how the spirit of democracy has been flowing in every part of the country for centuries. As the mother of democracy, we should constantly think deeply about this topic, discuss it, and also inform the world. This will further strengthen the spirit of democracy in the country. My dear countrymen, if I ask you what is common between Yoga Day and our different types of coarse grains, millets, then you might think, what is this comparison? If I say that both have a lot in common, you will be surprised. In fact, the United Nations has taken the decision of both International Yoga Day and International Year of Millets after India's proposal. Secondly, yoga is always related to health, and millets also play an important role in health.